What's up, y'all? It's Lovely. Welcome back to Hair is Overrated. And thank y'all for subscribing. I had about 20 new subscribers. I thank y'all so much for hitting that subscribe. Hit the like. Hit the notification. Y'all, it was so much going on. So much going on. But I'm grateful. And I'm thankful. Y'all like my glasses? Oh, and that's why hair is overrated. You see, I changed it up. You know, I just love this 613, this blonde. It just do it for me. So I switch up sometime. And then it's been cold in Atlanta, so I needed me a hat, a hair hat. Hair is overrated. No, for real. I had a lot going on, y'all. It's just been a lot going on. There's been a lot of things on my mind. You know, y'all know I deal with my tiny house. This whole channel started when I was delving in a little comedy, you know, trying to do something different like I always am. I didn't like the comedy scene. I didn't like the competitiveness and the pettiness. It was a pettiness there, and I was just really trying to do something. I lived around the corner from the comedy club. Why not? You know, but beyond all of that, this channel started as Hair is Overrated due to my little entertainment exposure, but I decided to keep that name. I could have started a new channel. I could have renamed this channel. I could have did a lot of stuff, but I thought I'm gonna leave my channel Hair is Overrated. And it's just not hair is overrated. It's a lot of things that are overrated, but our hairstyles and our hairdos and how we get our hair done, and you know, sometimes that can stop us. And I'm not just gonna say black women, but I'm gonna say all women, but mostly black women. Our hair, when we get our hair done, we don't want you to touch it, don't want to get it wet, don't want to do nothing. After it, you know, and I ain't hating on you, you know, but sometimes hair, nails, eyelashes, a lot of stuff that we do cosmetically can interfere with what we can do for our long-term sustainability. Y'all don't understand. Am I saying that right? Which is not to offend, but when your hair is overrated, when hair is overrated and when you're all into hair and the surface stuff as a woman, you're not going to get down and dirty like I'm about to do. I'm about to actually go over here and start doing some things in my tiny home. Like, if I had on some fingernails, if I had on some eyelashes, or if I could take this wig off and put this on soon, in which y'all will see, I will have on my trusty bandana. Honey, I couldn't work like that. I couldn't mix paint. I couldn't use tools. If I had on some nails and some rhinestones or something, that would hurt my hand. I couldn't do it. And let's say if I had on some expensive lace front wig or some expensive braids, I couldn't use my sander and sand my cedar boards down to their natural wood state. Are you kidding me? That stuff would be all in my head. You know, that stuff would be everywhere. So that's why I might start my day with my hair style or whatever I'm doing, but by the time it's all said and done, I got my trusty bandana on, honey, because I am doing something that a lot of women wouldn't fathom to do or think you need a man to do. And that's finishing my own tiny home. And I guess you're probably saying, well, you know, why I can't just pay somebody to do it or take it to somebody. And I got a lot of reasons in which I'm going to explain, you know, why me being a single black woman, I feel is hindering me from getting the help that I need, getting the support that I need, the community, the resources, so to speak. But yeah, so one of my favorite YouTubers is Miss Jewel Pearson. At Miss Bohemian Soul. No, for real. I give you your flowers. I give you your flowers because I can only imagine, what you went through when you initially embarked upon this tiny home journey. Jewel, you have even mentioned things that I have experienced personally. The racism in being a black single woman with a tiny house. The permitting departments entering these places being a black single woman with a tiny house. Reaching out to black contractors and black builders who just don't have time for you when you are a single black woman with a tiny house. When you don't have a brother, a sister, cousin that will come along and help you hang some drywall. Somebody that's not vested in your dream or not vested in your wokeness to come and help you with materials. You know what I mean? Let's like, for example, I had began to start working on the exterior of my house. And I was just minding my own business, working on my house, being a black woman, doing things that only real women could admire. I mean, we talking getting up and down a 12-foot ladder safely, doing beautiful work, doing beautiful, knowledgeable, expensive work myself. It's so gratifying. One day after working, I put my ladders under my house. I put a chain through the tire well, through the ladder, and put my lock on it. So the next day I come back to the previous storage place from where I have it now. I come back to do some more work. I look under the ground, my ladders, they're gone. Who in their vile being sat back and watched me work, hated on me and my improvements and what I was doing to steal my ladders? I cannot make this stuff up. I cannot make it up. They see that I am a single black woman doing all of my own work, using some of the best tools, knowledgeable, have done my research. I don't know, some people want you to want and need them. And can simply hate on that. And I experienced that too. Y'all, I gotta start driving. I've been sitting here. I might have to edit this out, but I just have looked at Miss Bohemian Soul videos, and she talks about how when she initially started her build and wanted to build a tiny house, and how she would reach out to black contractors because she's a black woman, reaching out to her community with her build and her dream. And she was mentioned and said that these men were telling her it can't be done. Well, I have seen black contractors bend over backwards for their white project manager, and I'm going to just say it. So being a black woman owning these homes, you are going to be isolated. We see them. We can, as black women, and ladies, let me tell you something. Stop thinking that you're going to meet a man and you and this man is going to get married and y'all going to build a house. Trust me, a lot of the men out here are with men already in big houses. For real. Women, stop thinking that you're going to need a man to come and change out your light socket. You better start learning how to, we better start learning how to do stuff like that instead of going and trying to get designs on our fingernails and eyelashes on our eyes. These stuff is serious out here, and as I am an only child. I'm somewhat of I'm a social butterfly. Oh, stop it. Let me put this the right way. I'm a social butterfly, right? But I come to find in my life, being this tiny home owner and wanting to live this minimalistic, tiny life, I don't have anybody in my life that has that same mindset or interest. You know, people around that I know, they look down on it. They think you down. They think you're downgrading. You know, well, hell, you got some. You know, they don't look at it like, wow, financial freedom, an opportunity to own something. They look at it like, where your bathroom? We ain't gonna use the bathroom, you know. And I blame that on the culture. I blame that on the culture. The culture always seeking to be something that we're not. Looking at this Instagram and on these internet and on this and on these pages, glorifying and glamorizing someone else's quote unquote lifestyle. When in fact, that's probably not even their lifestyle. It's something that they're finessing with. You know, it's something that they're using and utilizing to lure. Especially, look at this whole thing with DJ Envy. You know, this is real estate Ponzi. Look at this Ponzi scheme stuff. Y'all really look at this and the people involved. These are everyday working people. These not rich people. These people are not wealthy. But you know what DJ Envy did? He lured them in with that whole idea of, hell, I've helped celebrities, athletes, actors. Okay. That's not me. You know, you're not them. So you buy in, they bought in, and it's so sad. They buy into this idea of owning properties, you know, and which isn't bad. I mean, but how can you embark upon something like this without an accountant, without a real estate agent, without knowledge of real estate, of real estate and how to invest and stuff like that? What made y'all do this? DJ Envy? You know, so as the minority, we can lose everything trying to stay in the community, or because it's the very community that's gonna scam you. It's the very community that's gonna leave you holding the bag. You know, and I feel so sorry for the victims. I feel so sorry for the victims. I mean, this is just another example of how it's just that nobody's safe, especially the minority. You know, we're desperate. We're seeing our neighborhoods get bought up left and right. I mean, I'm in Atlanta. I'm going past $500,000 houses that J-Bo got killed about 5 years ago next door to. Shout out to J-Bo, R.I.P. J-Bo. But for real, $500,000 houses sitting dead in the hood. And in my community, still standing at the liquor store trying to open up the door for you in hopes that when you come out there, give you $1 or give you some change. It's so sad, you know. I've watched videos where Jewel has talked about the issues she had in an RV community and how she literally had to get police involved, being threatened, ostracized, you know, facing jealousy, hatred, racism, all just trying to own a tiny house, you know. And I'm going through the same thing right now, and I'm going to show some receipts in this video. Just stay tuned, y'all. Hit the like, hit the subscribe. If you really want to make a change, we have to think differently, first of all. And I'm not saying in no change your mindset kind of way. I'm talking about thinking, looking at the situation right now today and analyzing how it's going to be, how you can realistically assume how it's going to be in 15, 20 years. Going back to Miss Bohemian Soul, this video is dedicated to you, Miss Bohemian Soul. I've never met you in person, but I have commented on your video a couple of years ago, and you sent me some information about the Black Landowner Association. I believe there was a coalition of farmers that you had recommended and referred me to. Jewel, I did reach out to them, but I never got a response back. I'm here in Georgia, so I think on the website it states what state you're in, but I never heard anything back. So if you come across this video, please hit me up. I would really appreciate it. I'm also going to set up a consultation with you, just trying to make the coin. But Miss Jewel, definitely be looking out for that. Definitely be looking out for that. I will invest in whatever you got going on, because I believe what you're saying. I know what you're saying is facts. And I am thankful that I came across your videos, because sometimes some things you say as relating to being a tiny house owner and how you have had the joys of being one and also some painful moments. I could totally identify. You are a beacon of hope to women like me. I want you to know that. You give me courage to do something different than my grandmama did. To do something different than my mama did. To not worry about being accepted. To let go of criticism as it relates to being a black woman wanting to live on a house on wheels. Our community just don't get that. And it's sad. But you have been totally encouraging to me, and I'm sure there's many others. I would love to meet you in person. I see that you will be in Charlotte on the November 12th. If I could make some arrangements, I promise you, Lovely will be there. I would love to meet you in person, darling. You are so inspiring. You are just my queen. You know what I mean? You are I am so serious. Like, one video, I was in tears. I was in tears by some of the things you said. You know, you hang in there, because you got people pushing you forward. You know, you've built a beautiful community. I've got to check more into your lives. I work on Sundays. That's why I miss your lives a lot of time, but I catch them after you've recorded and everything, and they're always awesome. Miss Jewel, you are awesome. You are an awesome lady. You're strong. You're beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. And all of that stuff about you being stuck up, I see you being serious. Okay? I see you being knowledgeable. I see that you don't need to be led. You know, and that can be intimidating. So the people that say, because I get the same thing, especially from men, and you say that's another story. That is a story, okay? And I like it at this point. I like when I'm out there working, the men turn their backs and start talking amongst each other. You know why? Because that's not the man or people for me. This tiny house has almost, and I'm sure you can understand where I'm coming from, this tiny house has defined who I am. So it's okay to be single, living in them, because I wouldn't deal with a man if he couldn't live and accept my tiny living. You know, and that is rare and it's hard to find. But I'm not even looking. You know, my tiny house, that's my man. That's my name, my man. I got to come up with a name for it. I just call it The Tiny, but I really got to penny into a name, which I haven't yet. But I'm on my way now to, thank you, Miss Jewel Pearson, Miss Bohemian Soul, Miss Queen. You are my queen. You are my queen. Keep doing them videos. Keep telling the truth. Keep trying to wake up the people. Eventually, you know, and I'm sure a lot of your viewers, a lot of your subscribers, they wish they could do what we're doing. They wish they could, just don't know where to start. I am going to be bringing more videos on my finishing of my tiny home, my materials that I'm using, you know, tools that I'm using, all of my future plans. And I'll just invite everybody to come along this journey with me and get enlightened. Get enlightened that when you're older and there's no more based on your income housing, there's no more Section 8, there's no more housing vouchers, rental assistance. What are we going to do? Where are we going to live, you all? You're not going to be able to afford anything in the city of Atlanta or Chicago or Michigan, or you're not going to be able to afford no city in the city nowhere, because it's being done across the world. The United States needs to be, the government needs to be ashamed of their regentrification, allowing multi-million-dollar homes to be built next to crack houses. Matter of fact, some of these multi-million-dollar houses in the hood was crack houses. You know, where did they get the funding? Why grandmama and them 2 doors away can't get their house and they fence done? You know, these are the questions that eventually, once you start looking at things, you'll ask. Why is the rent going up and I still can't get my dishwasher fixed? My doorknob's still loose. My light socket don't work. You know, y'all better wake up and smell the coffee. And it's only going to get worse. Start making you some plans. Start looking at alternative ways to live, even if you got to do it alone. People, you're not going to have everybody come along this journey with you when you're living like this. We see these houses on TV and, oh, are they cute? They are adorable. And as black women, some of us are successful. A lot of us are financially stable. We love to indulge in one of these beautiful, cute little self-sustained homes. But we don't know where to start. We don't have that encouragement. Okay? So that's all I'm going to say for right now. And I'm on my way to the tiny house. I got to go over here and check on some things. And I'm going to bring you guys with me. So I'll see you guys in a minute. Bye-bye.